I'm here at the V2 version 2 security event for cybersecurity, and it's been really interesting participating and all the seminars here, the lectures and all the company presentation here you can see out here in the main hall. There's a lot of them, and I just came from the last lecture by Mats in Netscape, and talking about the human element, which of course something I have been heavily involved in my career, and it started in surveillance detection back in '98, but physical surveillance detection of detecting terrorists. And again, we continue to see that the real threat in all matters are the human element. Whether it's a security hacker who is working with milestones back in 2009, 10, 11, and instead of erasing data is copying data and then releasing it. Or it's a Bradley Manning copying military files and classified documents from the State Department, etc., because he has too much access and no one pays attention to him downloading too much, etc. Or it's an Edward Snowden running away with a lot of information from NSA and coming out and releasing that as well. Or it is just a hacker using different phishing elements to get access to your network and maybe ransomware to get money, etc. All of it comes down to the human element. And that's why I come into here on my role as a leadership coach, is exactly that. The relationship we have with our teams are so important. Because if you have a good relationship, if you value, respect, and nourish the relationship you have with people like security hacker that works for you, or Bradley Manning, Edward Snowden, etc., or the disgruntled company here, employee here of the net company in Denmark, the thing is that you could have prevented those things, right? You could have prevented it. And instead of always having this fear thing, you might get fired for neglecting or observing a protocol or a security procedure or clicking the link. Rather, reward people in your organization for having super cyber hygiene. So maybe you should connect a bonus or a gift or a dinner out or something to the monthly cybersecurity personnel. So you are having a pleasure relation to following cybersecurity and cyber hygiene, right? Because we can see, you can use fear, like we saw during COVID, where fear of COVID, fear of personal involvement, led people to implement, virus hygiene security measures immediately, like using alcohol, spreading hands, wearing a mask, keeping 2 meters distance, touching elbows, all those kind of ridiculous things, or getting vaccinated, etc. However, when it comes to cybersecurity and virus they're related, we're having a really, really hard time getting people to respond to it, because the threat is not to them personally. They're considered more a threat to impartial to a computer system, to data, or etc. Some data is very impersonal already. So think about that next time when you're doing it. That how do you make it personal to your employees to get them involved in cybersecurity? How do you get them to see the pleasure from it, not just the pain of having fucked up or made a mistake, but what is the pleasure of actually participating? How do you reward them for that? What is your plan for rewarding your employees for doing good, for protecting your company? Do you reward them? See, that's the thing. A good leader needs to know his team, he needs to talk to everybody, and that needs to go down the whole hierarchy of your company to the manager and the supervisor. Everybody needs to work with the team, because when you're having that close relationship, it's very unlikely you're going to have a snitch or a mole or somebody who is so angry that they will do things like we've seen with security hacker, or Bradley Manning, or Edward Snowden, or whoever it is today, right? Dan Sommer, wishing you the best.